fighting for the front position, and both men pulling each other to the ground. That's what's attracted the attention. Marco Sheffield, he was the one that's been sinned against. There was a pair of them at it essentially, and the referee has taken the action now with a yellow teach.
So Marco Shea and Brian Farrell both on yellow cards. We also believe that along the sideline a few words were exchanged between Eamon O'Brien and Jack O'Connor. We continue on with Brian Meath sending it in towards Cian Ward, down towards David Bray. Did well to gather, but he slid over the sideline. Advantage to the Kingdom of Kerry. Tomas O'Shea has scored 3 times in this championship journey. Easily put up by Nigel Crawford, as Mickey Burke and Cormac McGuinness. Floating it in towards Joe Sheridan. Good under a high ball, so too is Tommy Griffin. Knocks it down for as Tom O'Sullivan. Paul Galvin playing deep. Back for as Griffin once more. Meath putting in the tackles in the right places. Their forwards are chasing those Kerry backs, not allowing them to come forward. Ty Kennelly, good ball into space. Darren O'Sullivan trying to gather cleanly, trying to make an angle. Good work by Chris O'Connor, staying goal side. Gives it to Colm Cooper. Owen Harrington chasing after him. Back outside for as Donncha Walsh. Good defending, the Royals. Ty Kennelly, the Gooch. Into the centre, Dara O'Shea. Calling for this, his colleague at centre field, Seamus Scanlon. Scored a point against Dublin, and this one is wide. 5 wides for Kerry in this All-Ireland semi-final, but they still have an advantage on the scoreboard.
Well, here's Jack O'Connor, not happy with the yellows. Neither is Eamon O'Brien. Maybe they'll get a yellow piece, which
knocked away by Tommy Griffin. Gathered by Joe Sheridan. Nice ball inside. Just seemed to have a little bit of a curve on it. Brian Farrell gets it inside for as David Bray. Remember, he scored a goal here. Joe Sheridan tried the fancy pick up, and it didn't come up at all. Seamus Scanlon is back there, and the free is given against the man from Currow. He was deemed to have been charging out with the ball, but I often wonder, should it have been the other way, because sometimes it depends on the referee. But either way, it's a free, dead straight in front of the post, going to be taken by Cian Ward. Former All-Ireland College's star in his 17th championship appearance. Cian Ward taps it over. Kerry 1-2, Meath 2 points. Kerry are introducing a substitute, and it looks like it's going to be Tommy Walsh. The man that's going off is going to be Donncha Walsh. Into the space. It's not a great ball, but David Bray is working hard. Goes off the boot of Tom O'Sullivan. 1 minute of additional time to be added on in this first half. Cian Ward coming across to take it, while Tom O'Sullivan goes back to his position at left corner back.
And he'll have a good go at this as well, Marty.
Here he is. He's aiming for the post near us, and he puts it over the bar. 3 points for Cian Ward. 2 frees on the sideline. If Joe Canning can do it in hurling, Cian Ward can do it in football. There's a little bit of schmozzle after developing on the pitch, and there's fist flying, and Gerodo Canova is there. There's a Meath player down injured, and I think that is Brian Farrell. We'll ensure that and clarify it for you in a moment. And there's a lot of shoving and pushing and a lot of verbals. And referee Gerodo Canova has to assert his authority. It's been played in a very sporting manner, but there is that little bit of niggling behaviour coming into the game off camera. It is Brian Farrell, obviously got a knock on the nose, making sure that everything is okay. Gerardo Canova, the referee, has still not consulted with his umpires. Perhaps he saw it all himself.
It's going in now.
Down there is Marcino Canova and Michal Brannock, his brother and a friend, all from St. Patrick's Clonbur. Brian Farrell still getting medical attention.
I have to say I didn't see it. Marty was following the sideline kick and the subsequent kick out. Let's see.
The referee is coming out. He says let's play on, I think. Nobody is going to be booked. So play on. Well gathered by Chris O'Connor. And just here in Croke Park, you sense that the momentum is beginning to swing towards Meath. They're gaining in confidence. Cormac McGuinness wanted to take it quickly. There's two players available in the middle and over the far side, Queeving King and Brian Meath. The referee blows the half-time whistle. What was seen or perceived as an easy game for Kerry on their way to the All-Ireland final hasn't quite turned out that way. Darren O'Sullivan scoring a penalty after 3 minutes is essentially the difference between the teams. Meath didn't score until the 14th minute when Brian Farrell tapped it over the bar. It's a typical Meath-Kerry struggle, and it looks like it's going all the way to the full-time whistle. Here in Croke Park, it's half-time in the second of the All-Ireland football semi-finals. It's Kerry, 1 goal and 3 points. Meath, 4 points. And immediately it's Meath that gather possession. Heather Byrne down towards Cian Ward. Queeving King comes from the right half back position, and that is halfway down towards Drumcondra, I'm afraid. That really did slice off the boot.
He was in 2 or 3 different minds. He was going to cross it, then he was going to slice it from left to right, and in the end he did slice it right out of the ground almost.
Diarmuid Murphy, 34-year-old keeper from Undangan or Dingle. Tomás O'Shea, Ty Kennelly floating this one in. It's big Tommy Walsh. Here's Tommy. Here's a goal. His dad was a super sub, and certainly he's following in his father's footsteps. Introduced in the first half. Here comes the big high ball. Here's big Tommy. Back of the net. Simple but brilliant. Straight 1-on-1 with Anthony Moyles, and keeper Paddy O'Rourke had no chance. Tomás O'Shea, Footballer of the Year 2004. Took his eye off it here. He's fouled, so it's going to be a free. Colm Cooper. Tommy Welch makes the run. Onto the left boot. Full of confidence now. And there's another score. Well, every manager, every footballer, indeed every hurler will tell you that a depth of talent is so vital. In towards Colm Cooper. Making an angle for himself, floating it in, and Paddy O'Rourke did well under the high ball. Tomás Walsh putting in the challenge, but Paddy O'Rourke is a big man. But under the pressure, he was put off balance. Sideline ball for Kerry. Tommy Walsh, as you can see, is at the edge of the square now with Anthony Moyles. Dara O'Shea is aiming for him. The referee blows his whistle, says that Tommy was fouling Anthony Moyles. The free is quickly taken, given away for Ty Kennelly, and Kennelly puts it over the bar. for his first point in this All-Ireland semi-final. Scored a fine point against Dublin, and he's putting his name on the score sheet here.
Yeah, it's just been pulled down. That's a free out. It's a good call.
Mike McCarthy gets there ahead of Joe Sheridan. Tomás O'Shea gathers. Fires Seamus Scanlon.